Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So this is going to be a video about the difference between karmic, twin flames, and soulmate relationships. I got a lot of people requesting this video after I posted my twin flame union video, so make sure you check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But yeah, after I posted that video and I posted my twin flame on Instagram, a lot of people wanted to know the difference between karmic, soulmate, and twin flame. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to be using my tarot cards to basically illustrate what I'll be talking about. And basically, most of the information that I got or that I'm going to be sharing is going to be from highly intuitive psychics and light workers that I trust, and also from me just sitting in meditation and channeling the information directly from source. So when it comes to this spiritual information, you have to be, mindful of where you get that info from. So I guess we will start with karmic relationships. So we'll be using the Lover's card to represent the twin flames, the Devil to represent the karmics, and then the Two of Cups to represent the soulmates. So let's start with the Devil card. So let's start with the karmic relationships. Okay, so a karmic relationship, as you can see, let me zoom in some, is basically a relationship where you will feel that you are very, very stuck and bound. The main thing you can see in this card is the chain that's between the two lovers. It will just feel like you have a very strong obsession with the person. It will feel like even after you no longer have respect for them, that you still want to be with them. Like they'll be mistreating you and hurting you. You'll be mistreating them and hurting them, but you still just feel this crazy pull towards each other. Sometimes it can be a very highly sexual connection, and that's because you've created a soul tie with that person through being intimate with them. So it's like that in itself can keep you energetically tied. But karmic relationships do serve a purpose, though, because most of the time we have a lot of wounds from childhood that we have to clear out or that we have to heal from, and those wounds will come out mostly in these karmic relationships. Our shadow side will come out in these karmic relationships, and usually those are the things that are keeping us from really ascending and from really healing and finding true love. So these karmic relationships, even though they are horrible and they feel horrible, obviously, they serve that purpose of kind of like helping you to purge that lower vibrational energy that has been stuck within you. The Strength card goes along with this as well. So basically, you can look at humans as being half angel, half beast. So humans have a higher self and then they have a lower self, right? So they have like their higher self that tells them to be compassionate, that tells them that, we are all one. When you hurt someone, you also hurt yourself, things of that sort, your angelic guidance. But then there is the lower nature that we have that kind of makes us live in this state of being completely selfish. Like people who are in survival mode are living kind of in their lower selves, like they're willing to rob, steal, kill, like they don't really care about this, about their angelic voice or their compassion or their empathy. A lot of the times people are cut off from that side of themselves, and all they can function with is that lower level devil energy. The beast here, or the lion here, is very is basically the same thing as the devil in this card. So yeah, karmic relationships will bring out that beast in us, and it will help us to basically tame our shadow side. So it kind of causes us or forces us to spiritually ascend in order for us to tame that side of us that has been really holding us back. So if we've had issues with like codependency or addictions, or being emotionally closed off, being manipulative, like anything that we have going on beneath the surface in our shadow, it will be brought to the light, and then you make the conscious decision to tame that, or to tame those traits in order for you to spiritually ascend. But again, we do have free will, so some people, they jump into these relationships and jump out and jump into a new one, and they never really fully heal and grow. That's why, when it comes to twin flames, a lot of people will say, my twin flame is in a karmic connection and I'm waiting for them to be out of that karmic connection. And we have free will, so sometimes your twin flame will not be able to, or won't want to, exit out of those karmic relationships, and they'll kind of just stay stuck in them. Now, for a lot of people, especially if you have like a spiritual mission or you're on a spiritual path, you can't afford to stay stuck in this for too long. Like your higher self or God, the universe, whatever you believe in, won't allow it. So that's when the Tower card will come in. So the Tower card is basically when you are forced to exit out of this type of toxic relationship. You're forced to leave, whether it be because that other person leaves you, or they fall in love with someone else, or you know, things like that, things that happen in these relationships where we already knew the relationship was toxic anyway, but it's like we were still holding on, and then God or the divine, whatever you believe in, the universe kind of strikes this down and says, absolutely not, this has to go. So you come like crashing out of this tower. It's not a very pleasant energy. Obviously it hurts very badly, but it's for the best, because this tower was not built on anything solid or stable. It was built on this lower level negative karmic type of energy. So yeah, that's what will usually happen, and it's devastating, of course, and you are forced to leave this person that you have this very strong tie or addiction to. But then, you know, that's when your strength kicks in, and that's when you start to really grow and heal and get past that type of energy. And then you come out the other side of it a brand new person, and you're able to move on and to meet a person who you can actually have a very long, happy, successful relationship with. So that is the karmic partners. Some people say that karmic partners knew each other in a past life, and one did the other one wrong, and now in this lifetime they have to pay back that karmic energy, or they have to pay back that karmic debt. It can just get a little confusing, so I just for the sake of this video, I'm just not even going there. I'm just kind of like going with this karmic partner is just there to help you unearth your shadow and to heal and grow. So let's move on to soulmates, shall we? So soulmate, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups. So soulmate energy is obviously much more lighthearted than that past karmic energy. Basically, a soulmate is someone who you share a certain energy or frequency with. So you kind of like speak the same language, you can say, like you understand each other, you kind of love the same way, I guess you could say. And it's someone who you just feel very comfortable with, or someone very at peace with. And again, there are different types of soulmates, so some people, you know, might come on here and comment and say like, not all soulmates are peaceful. Just for the sake of this video, we're separating like the karmic from the soulmates, because some people say that, you know, karmics are a type of soulmate. So that's just going to get too confusing for this video. So for the sake of this video, I'm talking about soulmates who are positive, your positive soulmates who you meet in this lifetime. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like you could be very different from each other, but you still like complement each other in some way. You still have what the other person needs in terms of like that exchange of energy. So one soulmate might be more analytical and the other one might be more creative, and then they come together and they balance each other out, like that sort of thing. Your soulmate can be your family members, it could be your friends. That's why the 3 of Cups is here, because it's not always a romantic relationship. Sometimes it's like a friendship, sometimes it's your family. It could just be, it could be anyone really, your coworkers, like just people who you really have that strong energetic connection with, and you just really understand each other, like your soul tribe. My subscribers, to me, though, that's my soulmates, my soul tribe. My sister, you know, obviously my twin flame too, but he's in a different category. But yeah, it's like anyone who you really feel that that positive energy with. And with the 6 of Cups being here, because the 6 of Cups talks about is the soulmate card as well. So basically, with the 6 of Cups being here, this is basically saying that you could have met these soulmates in a past life. So a lot of times you can meet someone and it's like you instantly click with them, and it could be because you have already built a friendship with them in a past life. Like I've had soulmates like in this lifetime say, oh, it's nice to meet you again, nice to meet you in this lifetime again, because it's like we recognize each other from a past life. It's just this very like nurturing energy that you get from a soulmate, and it's usually give and take. It's not like someone's taking, someone's giving. It's not that imbalance like with the karmic relationships, you know. So yeah, you can even just feel like the colors in these cards, it just feels very lighthearted and very kind of peaceful. And a lot of people prefer soulmates because they don't, it's not that strong pull towards them. It's not that like painful type of connection that can sometimes come with karmic and twin flame relationships. So like I said, it's more like a lighthearted sort of energy. So that would be soulmates. So let's move on now to twin flames. So the twin flames will be represented by the Lovers card and also the Judgment card. Okay, so as you can see in this twin flame card, well, the Lovers card, you see two people who are basically connected by God or an angel, the higher self, whatever you want to refer to this entity as. So I have to bring the devil card in here for a second, because you can see the similarities between the lovers and the devil card. You can clearly see that, like, it's like basically the same position, except here the devil's sitting in between them, and here an angel is sitting in between them. But here you see that they are chained and bound and stuck to each other, and here they are free. So like these people in this card, they are not required to be with each other. They are not stuck or bound. They don't feel obsessed with each other. They don't feel like, I can't live without you, I'll die without you. They know that they are whole and happy within themselves, and they are free, but they still choose each other. And that's how you have a high vibrational divine connection, is when you are whole within yourself. You are sturdy and stable within yourself. You don't have those past addictions or patterns that are weighing you down, and you have the freedom to choose to be with the person that you love. And that's when a relationship is the most healthy. It's that I don't need you, but I want you and I choose you. And that's what the twin flame relationship ultimately is. Now, it gets a little bit confusing because people say, you know, you can start out like this with your twin flame and end up like this. It's very controversial. Some people say, oh, a twin flame will never put you through this energy. You will always have this energy with them. Or, you know, a twin flame will never hurt you. Or some people say it's required for people to go through this with the twin flame and then they grow. It's like, it's very, like I said, a lot of conflicting information out there when it comes to your twin flame journey. You have to like really sit in meditation and ask your higher self for your guidance. If you try to look for external answers, sometimes it can just do nothing but confuse you. And I'm going to do a whole nother video about like channeled information and like spiritual information and double checking your facts and things like that. But yeah, that's the difference between these two. So put that away. So the judgment card being here, you can see in the judgment card, it's like basically like an angel or your higher self, God, whatever you believe in, a higher vibrational entity, basically waking these people up from the dead. You can see them like coming out of like tombs, and that's definitely very symbolic when it comes to the twin flame relationship, because a lot of twin flames have been through, you know, very severe trauma or like things in their life that has really sort of like killed them on the inside. A lot of twin flames, you know, before they meet their twin flame, they feel really dead on the inside because of the things that they've been through, and it's like their twin flame like brings them back to life and like wakes them up almost. And definitely the spiritual awakening takes place when you meet your twin flame and when you connect with them. It's that strong connection that literally just like causes your Kundalini awakening, causes your spiritual awakening. Like a lot of people, when they meet their twin flame, you know, their psychic powers get, their psychic, well, I guess you could say powers, their psychic abilities start to just kind of like come to life out of nowhere. So it's a very, very spiritual connection. It's a very divine connection. And you can see why I said it's very different from the connection of the soulmates. You see how this card just even feels like less, like it feels or it looks less heavy energetically than these cards. It's like these cards are like serious business. And that's because twin flames usually have a divine purpose here. They have a divine mission here. They are meant to raise the vibrational frequency of this planet. And it's like twin flame frequency, when we come together, our frequency is so high that it affects everyone else's frequency as well. So like I said, usually twin flames have some sort of divine mission to help the planet. And my twin flame and I are actually in the process of starting our twin flame mission, which I'm very, very excited about. But yeah, that's why it's a lot of divine interference and divine guidance in this, because it's not just about you. It's not just about you and your twin flames relationship. It's about the collective as a whole. Twin flames usually act as this angel, you could say, too, because twin flames are usually the ones who awaken people. So they'll usually have like a YouTube channel or a tarot channel, or they'll be like nurses, or they'll be like something where they're really helping people kind of come back to life, or they're really spiritually healing people in some way. So yeah, it's like, it's serious business. You know, the twin flame connection is not all about a relationship, or, you know, I want to end up with my twin flame all the time. Obviously that's one of the perks of it, but yeah, it's mostly about becoming whole within yourself, healing yourself in order for you to help the collective to spiritually awaken and ascend. So yeah, those are the twin flames. Now I'm going to add one more category onto this that I feel is important, and it is the category of life partners. So these are the life partner cards: the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Cups, and also the 4 of Wands. Some people say that this is the twin flame card, but I use it as the life partner card. Basically, your life partner is, as you can tell by the name, someone who you are going to spend your life with, who you help to grow and learn, and they help you to grow and learn as well. And I put this as a separate category because some people end up being life partners with their twin flame, some people end up being life partners with a soulmate. And like people can, it can get kind of confusing because people are like, well, what's the difference between the two? Do you always end up with your twin flame? And again, that's something that you have to sit in meditation and ask yourself about your own journey personally, because it's going to be different for every person. So yeah, I feel as though when it comes to your life partners, this is the person that you are going to build a empire with. It's like you're going to build financial stability with them, but then also you're going to feel very emotionally fulfilled, because it's kind of easy to have one or the other if you think about it. Like, I'm sure there's someone who you can think of right now who you can have a long-term stable relationship with, but there won't be that emotional connection. But then there's also someone who I'm sure you're thinking of who you can have an emotional connection with, but there won't be that stability. So like, I feel as though when it comes to life partnership, both of these are important. It's important to have someone who you can build something very solid and sturdy with, and then also someone who, you know, you can be a little kid with, and who you can laugh with and joke with and play with, and who just makes you feel very joyful and happy inside, like a very lighthearted type of energy, you know. So it's good to have that balance, and that's why I put the Four of Wands in the middle, because it's kind of like, you see there is a balance, like two wands on each side. It's like these people balance each other out. They've built a happy home with each other. It's like they are radiating like a very positive energy because they've accomplished so much within themselves individually, but then also within their relationship. It's like two people who have come together and like broken some type of generational curse on both ends, and like come together and build like this wealth and kind of like set the tone for the rest of their bloodline, you know. It's like they go on to have kids, and then, you know, from then on, all their children never have to worry about any type of generational curses that once plagued them in the past. So a lot of people are experiencing this in this lifetime, like really breaking those generational patterns or generational curses, and doing that with their life partner. So it's very beautiful energy. Not all people who are in life partnerships obviously are breaking generational curses. Sometimes people you know, aren't on that path, but they are still getting a life partner to share their life with regardless. So it really just depends on your life path. Also, when it comes to life partners, I think one thing I have to say is that there's this misconception that, like, oh, if you don't love yourself, then you will never meet a life partner who will love you. And I just have to say that that's not always true necessarily. And I hesitate to say that because obviously I want people to focus on self-love and to focus on really healing themselves, because I feel like that's the fastest route to finding a healthy relationship, when you have that healthy relationship with yourself. But I do have to just point out that that's not always the case. I was just watching Intervention where this woman was on really bad drugs, like she was on heroin, and it was horrible. Her family was so horrible to her, and they just really deprived her of love. It was terrible. And she had a boyfriend, and her boyfriend was so like in love, like with her, like he was so loving and caring towards her, like he just loved her so much. You can feel it like through the phone, like when I was watching it on the phone. And I was watching on YouTube, so there was a bunch of comments that were just like, oh my god, like this man loves her so much, like you can feel the love. And obviously this woman was on heroin, and she was like, you know, really down in the dumps. Like her self-esteem was so low. She didn't love herself at all. Like her family didn't love her, but this man still appeared in her life and like loved her. And they went to rehab together. They were both addicts. They went to rehab together and came out clean together and went on to be happy together. And it was just so beautiful. So I had to share that because, like I said, sometimes you can meet your life partner and they can kind of help you to overcome some type of like struggle. And sometimes you can meet them at a time where maybe you don't really love yourself, and you are not feeling very whole or good about yourself. So the universe works in mysterious ways, you know what I'm saying? So one size does not always fit all. So I think that that's it. I hope that this video was helpful, or that this cleared up some confusion for you. And I'm going to start recording my monthly readings probably tomorrow. I'm so backed up when it comes to personal readings, it's ridiculous. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.